Okay, guys, in this video, we're going to take a group of functions and then extract all of their parameter values into this answer array here. So it should have name, age, day, week, month, blah, blah, blah. How can we do that? Well, first of all, we need to put these three in an array, right? So I can do const, I'll call this my ARR. You can do func1, func2, func3. But what I like to do, I want to make it explicit for whoever is reading my code. I do new array and then passing in these variable references. And just so you know, the array constructor also works without the new keyword, but I like using it. Okay, so now all we have to do is actually a simple for loop. So I'll loop through this array that I just made. I'll call func of my ARR. Now, as we're looping, I'm going to stringify each of these functions inside that array. So I'll call this constr. I'll use the string constructor, func. Now, before we do anything else, let's console.log. Okay, so on the right, we see these function definitions stringified. Now, we only want these, this, and that. We have to notice that what we want is after this left parentheses and before this right parentheses. So we can use slice and index of. So let's find the index of the left one. So we can do something like const left is equal to str dot index of. Yes, you can use index of on strings. So that is going to be the left one. And for the right one, I'll just copy this and then change this to right. Okay. So now that we have the indexes, what do we have to do? Well, let's do, what should I call this? I'll call this const answer will be equal to str.slice. So we're going to slice from the left plus 1, right? Because slice starts from the index that you put, but we don't want this sign. We don't want the parentheses. We want the thing after it, so we do plus 1. And slice goes up to your second index, but not including. So we put right instead of right plus 1. Okay. And then instead of answer, I'll call this temp. Okay, now how do we push everything inside of answer? So since I use let me move this up here. I will do answer will be equal to itself, spreading in whatever values it has, and then temp. Now let's see what we have on the right. If I console.log answer, so I get everything, but there's a bunch of commas that I don't like. What if I do temp dot split, and I'm going to split where the commas are? Cool, right? So now we have arrays within an array. And some people prefer this. Now, if you say, hey, in my first function, how many parameters are there? You see that it's 2, and then 4, and then 1. But what if you want all of these parameter names combined just into one empty array? Well, you can actually just do the spread operator here, like this. Okay. Before the spread operator, you would have to do like map or flat map, but now you don't. Cool, right? And if you notice, this method works for regular functions and also arrow functions. Cool, right?